Hi everyone, it's Ray here from Man City Fan TV. Here are my predictions for the first knockout round of the World Cup. France versus Argentina. Argentina will always have a chance with Lionel Messi playing. He's, in my opinion, the best player in the world. He's the best player I've ever seen. And you can see from the last game that fantastic touch for him that he took to score the goal. He's absolutely brilliant. And while he's playing, he can drag, and I think he is dragging Argentina kicking and screaming, because they don't seem to want to be dragged through to the latter stages of the World Cup. I don't think the manager helps, and I think the same is the issue is a problem for France with Didier Deschamps. He doesn't seem to have the backing of the country. The kids are very excited, as you expect, following France, but the adults less so. And France have also got some great attacking talent, but I think they've been a letdown with their performances. So I'm going to err on the side of France, and I'll say 2-1 France after extra time.
Look at France versus Argentina, and my prediction for this one is going to be France 1, Argentina 2.
Uruguay versus Portugal. Now, I think Uruguay are a very solid team. They're not going to ever let too many goals in, quite defensive. They're relying on, say, Cavani and Suarez up front to get them a goal. But Portugal have always got a chance with Ronaldo playing. He's their talisman. Really, he's their only man. And I'm going to go for a Portugal win, 1-0.
Next up tonight, we will see Uruguay versus Portugal. And my prediction for this one will be Uruguay 2, Portugal 2, and Uruguay win on penalties.
Spain versus Russia. Now, Spain have probably, for me, been one of the two better teams of this tournament, but they're not infallible, as you could see in their last game against Morocco. Russia, the host nation, quite surprised people actually just to get out of the group. But when they came up against a half-decent team at the end, they got battered, and I can't see them troubling Spain too much. I expect Spain to win 2-0.
And then moving through to the next round of games, which starts with Spain versus Russia. Well, I think this is going to be a comfortable win for Spain, and I'm going to go Spain 3, Russia 1.
Croatia versus Denmark. Now, Croatia are quite a few people's dark horses for the tournament. At least getting through another couple of rounds. I think Denmark are going to be quite dour. They're going to play defensively, and I don't really see too many chances in this game. I'm going for a 0-0 and Croatia to win on penalties.
And following that, we have Croatia versus Denmark, and again, I think this will be a walkover. I think it'll be Croatia 2, Denmark 0.
Brazil versus Mexico. I don't believe Brazil has been as good as some of the papers have been saying. Some of the media outlets really singing their praises. Maybe they're deserved favourites for the tournament, but you can't write off Mexico. They showed against a poor German team that they're a good side. A lot of good attacking talent there. I think it'll be a very interesting game. I can see both sides scoring, and I'm going for 1-1 and Brazil to win on penalties.
And then moving through to the last couple of games to finish off the last 16 group stages, we've got a real mouth-watering match which I'm absolutely looking forward to, and that is Brazil versus Mexico. And I'm going to go for a shock. I'm going to go for Brazil 2, Mexico 3. Believe it or not, I've got a real sneaky feeling that Mexico might even get to the semi-finals.
Belgium versus Japan. I think for me, Belgium have been one of the better teams in the tournament. Having said that, they've really not been up against much in the group stages. And yesterday was just their second team versus England's second team. So I don't really say too much about that. But hey, they've done what they had to do. They've beaten what's in front of them. And I expect them to win quite comfortably, 3-0.
Belgium versus Japan. And I think this will be an easy game. I think this will be Belgium 2, Japan 0.
Sweden versus Switzerland, two of the lesser lights of European football. I can see another defensive kind of game. I'm going for 1-1 and for Sweden to win on penalties.
Sweden versus Switzerland. Well, I think this is going to be probably a drab 0-0. Goes to extra time. Do I care? Not really. could be who England face, but I'd say, I don't know, guessing Switzerland 1-0, extra time.
And finally, the big one, Colombia versus England. I think you will see as England go back to their first team players. I think we've got a very good chance. I don't think Colombia will be as good, especially if James is not playing. But they can't be written off. We can't be arrogant. We can't expect to win. Having said that, I expect us to win. 2-1 England.
Which leaves the last one, which is England against Colombia. I really do think it's a toss of a coin. I'm not as confident as I would be if it was England-Japan. So I'm gonna go 1-1. I'm gonna go extra time and England to just scrape it 2-1. So there you have it, guys. That's my predictions for the last 16 matches coming up soon. It's been a brilliant World Cup so far. It's really sort of, gone beyond my expectations of what it was going to be. I think there's been some cracking games. There's been one or two sort of dead rubbers, but overall I think Russia have done a really good job, and can't wait for the last 16 to be over, and then through to the quarterfinals, and let's hope England are there. But don't forget, give us your thoughts on the last 16 results, who you think is going through. Do you have any surprises? I've got quite a few, as you just heard there. So do you have any surprises, or do you think it's going to be a formality, all the major teams going through? I don't. I think there's going to be some shocks in this particular round. So anyway, this is Andy from Man City Fan TV. We'll see you soon.